About Irv Gotti. Right, y'all remember Irv Gotti from Death Row Records? Not Death Row, Murder Inc. Oh my God, wrong record label. Uh, yeah, he had the beef with 50 Cent for many years. He trashed Ashanti, and you are now looking at a man that has officially hit the wall. You dig? See, we always talking about when women hit the wall, but we never talk about when men hit the wall. So let's listen to Irv, somebody who is most likely gonna die alone and needs to just get a dog or maybe a fat Mexican to pile up on top of him. Anyway, I ain't got nothing to do with that or anybody that dies up under a fat Mexican. Anyway, with that said, let's play this clip and we'll be right back. Mr. Irv has hit the wall. Don't y'all find him sexy, ladies? Wouldn't you give him some strange if he came up to you, ladies, or would he have to pay for that?
With me 100%. I just don't think it's out there. For me, 26-year-old Dominican, gorgeous.
You out here with totones? Okay.
So she asked me for $25,000.
Damn. She's a real one. Let's make some noise for her.
$25,000. I was like, where did she get off asking me for $25,000? And then in the back of my head, I'm like, this is the tip of the iceberg. 100%. If she's my girl, that she gonna ask, I need 100.
Hermes.
Get all of this money from my family to have some bad come around and just start siphoning it out. That's never happening, yo. So that's why I don't think it's in the cards for me. I don't know if I could find someone who I'm going to be attracted to that's like a nice, good person. And
so you say you got your guard up all the time?
You have to.
Okay.
I would love to have one with me 100%. I just don't think it's...
All right, people. Hold up. Let me...
For me, 26-year-old Dominican...
All right. Hold on. Let me pull the screen up. There we go. All right, so y'all heard him over there on Drink Champs. Make sure that mic back on. Yeah, y'all heard him over there on Drink Champs. Sounding sad, sounding lonely, full of regret, also full of $300 million they did recently, got in the bank. I'm just saying. Talking about a 26-year-old Dominican, beautiful, that only wants him for his money. Now, I am not one to get on here and pander and say, hey, men you need to date women your own age, even though you probably should because you have nothing in common with someone who, well, you probably could have changed their diapers, okay? Just saying. I have no issue with what people do. I just want people to be realistic about what they do. So let's just put it out there so Irv knows. Sir, you have hit the wall. You have... Well, let's just keep it real. You are not now attractive in any way, shape, or form. You have never been really that attractive. You were not that guy when you were morbidly obese. You were not that guy when you were chunky. You were not that guy when 50 Cent clowned you. You were not that guy when you went to prison. You were not that guy when you was giving Ashanti back shots and low-key Me Too to Ashanti. You was not that guy then, and you were even not that guy now that you're on Ozempic, allegedly, right? So even though you done lost 75 pounds and none of it out of your head, it does not mean that you fine all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? Now that you done got your waistline back thanks to your weekly injections and you can finally see your Johnson that Ashanti never felt, allegedly, does not mean that all of a sudden you hot. And $300 million in the bank don't necessarily make you hot either. If you want young girls, you want them for a reason. You want their energy, you want their beauty, their body, etc. And the fact that they're dumb and you can control them, and you know the game. But just like it's game on your end, it's game on her end. She's not attracted to you. You can't keep up with the 20-something-year-old. You definitely can't keep up with no 26-year-old Dominican dude. You're not competing in looks, you're not competing in bed. I mean, not without a couple blue pills. And let's just keep it real, man. At your age, your heart can only take so much before you end up dying up under a fat Mexican. So, with all that being said, sir, You're using her for her youth and her body, and she needs to use you for your money. And as long as you understand the exchange, then there should be no issue. But now as you sit there on that podcast, that horrible ass podcast called Drink Champs, where, I don't really understand how they got that show and why it's so popular, because I can never hear the guests when the hosts are just, yeah! All that shit. It's very banshee-ish. It's very, they be up to like a couple of porch monkeys, but you ain't heard that from me. And I say that with no shade. I'm not being racial when I say that. I'm just saying, like, the show has the potential to be great, but it's just like your hosts suck and they offer nothing but yelling and screaming and licking every guest's ass crack clean instead of asking the question that we actually want to know. And whatever. I don't know. I don't run things over every vote. So anyway, even though you might want to act like you don't want love and that you don't need love, it's clear that you do. And I'm here to tell women that every man wants love and wants companionship. It looks a little different when it comes to us. We definitely, we ain't gonna be, crying and boo-hooing because we lonely, at least not to you, not in front of y'all. But best believe, men definitely get lonely. As they get older, they get lonely. Why you think they start taking a whole bunch of man trips all the time? Or, they don't never leave their adult children's houses. Or all of a sudden, they really want to play grandpa. They lonely. It hits everybody in different ways. The fucked up thing is, do men really want you up under them? No, we just want to know that you around. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't really want you next to me. I mean, sometimes, but not really to get out of my face. But I just want to know you're in my general vicinity. It's weird. And men are way more emotional than they lead on to. And yeah, he's lonely. And his kids are living their lives. And, he got his money, but he come to his house or his apartment and, maybe he trip over some dirty panties from the skank that he paid $300 to skeet in her ass from the night before. And, he feels good after he skeets in her ass. But even after he finishes and showers and get that stank up off of him and get that tuna smell from up under his nose, because he looks like a bottom feeder pussy eater. He definitely look like he eat coochie from the back with his nose in your ass. After he get that stench out from up under here, he's still lonely. There's still no one for him to hold at night. And, anytime he sees Ashanti, anytime he hears that, oh, baby, he feels some kind of way. Anytime he sees Nelly, he feels some kind of way, because that was truly the one that got away. The craziest thing and the narcissism of it all is how him and his head, because apparently Ozempic take the weight out of all your body, but not your head. He may have to go see Khloe Kardashian about a motherfucking head transplant. The funniest thing is that he said he wanted somebody that had his back, that he could trust, that was a rider. And it's like, oh my God, you had that for 20 years. It was called your wife. It was called your wife. And you treated your wife like shit. This is not me saying it. Just go in the VH1 vaults. They used to have a reality show. Had Deb crying in that basement all the time. I remember when she slapped the fuck out of him for being disrespectful. And I ain't no advocate for domestic violence, but sometimes as a man, your wife gotta slap the shit out you. Oh Lord, they gonna take that clip and run with it. It's true. It's true though, as a man. Sometimes we get to tripping. And yes, you just have to slap the shit out of us for us to get it. And he got it. He was doing too much. I mean, getting all them nudies and all them coochie pics and titty pics in his phone. It was back when we had the flip phones and the pic would download. And Deb saw it. Oh shit, that's a titty coochie. And she started slapping the shit out of him. Anyway, with that being said, I read a meme somewhere that said men fuck over the love of their life and then just walk around the rest of their lives depressed, trying to replace the love that they fucked up. And I'm here to let you know that you most likely will never be blessed with another good woman again. You ruined it. You had plenty of time to get yourself together. You took her youth. You took her sanity. You put a couple kids in her. And you took care of them. Don't get me wrong. I give you that. But at the end of the day, you didn't treat her right. And now that, the notoriety is gone and your youth is gone and you're gray up top and you're gray at the bottom. And, it used to be you could get the Johnson hard at the snap of a hat. And now you need a blue pill. Or maybe you need a little piece of a honey packet too. And maybe you got to take your nitric oxide and your L-citrulline and your citric acid. Things just ain't what they used to be. And now you're looking for somebody to love you. That foot, the feeling go out of your foot every now and then, and you need somebody to, help you out the bed. I know sometimes because you look like you got sleep apnea, you lay on your back, you be dying in your sleep and shit, not breathing for 1 or 2 minutes. And, had you had Deb, there she would know to roll your ass over. But them little young skanks don't know to roll you over on your side. Those little young skanks don't know to tell you to take your medicine and to take your vitamins and to chew a Bayer aspirin once a day and to go to the doctor and get your prostate check and take them 2 fingers in your ass. That's something that an older woman, that's something that a woman your age, that's something that a seasoned woman, that's something that Deb would do for you. But you didn't want to do right by Deb because you is who you is and you thought you was hot shit and you was never that nigga. You knew you couldn't compete with the other man when it came to height or looks or body. You never had not nailed one of those. And my God, I know anytime you stripped them clothes off back in the day to fuck them skanks, he just faced they turned their head and just faced the wall and, they just let you grab them booty cheeks and give them back shots until you was done because, my God, you was never nothing to look at. And, your personality really wasn't all that either. You pretty much have relied on your dollars, your pocket, your whole entire life. And you've been doing it your whole life. I don't know why you expect it to change now. You had a good one. You had a good one out the gate. You had one that constantly forgave you. And now you're looking for a sweet woman that ain't trying to drain you and just want to be loved. It's okay. Say that shit. You open up that mouth with them crooked ass spaced out teeth to say everything else. You scream at the top of your lungs with the foam coming out the side of your mouth anytime it comes to Ashanti in her unibrow. So why not just open up that mouth and admit that you need love and you're looking for love? But it's too late. And so the best that you'll ever get is a 26-year-old Dominican skank that wants $25,000 to go shopping so she can go and spend it on the nigga she actually attracted to. Because, after she get through fucking you and she didn't come, she gonna call that 26-year-old Dominican to lay it down. And then they gonna go out to eat on your money. And she go buy him some shoes. No shade. No shade.
It's a storm show. Ay, it's a storm show.